Ladies and gents, welcome back. The midweek show is back yet again. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be a long one this week, but a very exciting week. I'm glad we're not talking about Premier League football. I did leave your boys up there. I feel like I had to. Especially after it hurt me, but I still loved making that video also, which I released.
Bang on the video.
Yeah,
just
title?
Go check it out.
If I say you have to check it out. The title, by the way.
that was
slot machine.
That's a great title.
That's been very exciting. Some more stuff like that coming out. That's got the week off, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. The week off. That's what we're going to leave with. I guess we got a chance just to collect ourselves. I guess watching football. I'm going to hate missing watching football, but I'm not too upset with a little week off.
Hey man, we love watching Honduras versus fucking
San Marino take on
San Marino,
some island in Fiji
exactly,
or something.
Man, exactly.
But I'm glad I have a week off just to collect and get some more lists going out next week. But I'll say at the top of the video because I don't know if anyone's going to watch all the way through, but next week will be one podcast and it'll be hopefully the four of us or the three. We'll get a combination thing back. But mate, massive week of football on the weekend.
Huge week.
Serie A has been amazing. We've got shocks in the Bundesliga, stories coming out of the Championship. Anything at the top you want to just clear from the conscience from the weekends of football action?
Well, there's not going to be any more, never losing anymore. That's over. But no, it's like what you said. It's been a good week of footy. A couple of shock results. A lot of exciting games. The Stuttgart one particularly sticks out to me. Even the Championship, there's been a couple of good ones as well. So
he's cooking there. And by the way, we're not going to cover all the Championship, but I've watched 5 of the weekend's games basically in full. My God, there's some fucking good games already.
It's honestly
we're 4 games in, and it's already chaos.
The quality's unbelievable, and some teams are looking incredible, and some which we probably didn't expect.
I'm not doing well.
Not doing great, so it's interesting.
It's a big story for next week. I think we'll have a lot more time, so I think we'll definitely discuss that next week. But we'll touch on a few of those later. Let's start with as I said last week, this is our new adopted league for season 24-25, the Serie A. It's been crazy, and we've been keeping a close eye on Napoli, Antonio Conte, the Revolution, Billy Gilmore, McTominay, the Scottish midfield duo will be there
I don't know if we were saying that like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, no. We were so supportive of this club at 2 weeks back.
Never in doubt.
They got a classic win. I had a classic win 4 or 5 times on this document. They had a classic win versus Parma on the weekend, 2-1. Big Rom off the bench to make the difference. Gets the winner. It was a weird game though because again Parma looked $1 million up this game. It felt like Napoli of that first game week in the first half. Parma were at it, and I was thinking like they couldn't do it again, could they? They couldn't travel. I think it was their first game away from home, so they couldn't. They couldn't travel and to the Maradona and get a result here. And I'm like, it's looking likely. They get that penalty. They score the penalty. Good counter-attacking movements. Napoli looked blunt in the final third, but then it all just sort of flipped on its head. Rom didn't get the winner, but it just felt like he came on and won the game for them. He gets that goal in the 89th, around that sort of minute there, and then Zambo and Gisa in like the 97th, rising like a salmon in the water to head that ball home, and then just cue the scenes. Awesome for Napoli. Awesome for them. I still want to give props to Parma though. I feel like we can't take too much away from them. Fantastic performance. They're really undermining my predictions of the season. They're looking like a real serious.
You didn't have them in the bottom 3 though, did you?
Did I?
I don't know. I didn't.
I had them very close. I had them very, very close.
I was them, and I think Lecce. I had 18th. I had Lecce in.
I might have them. But they were either that or just out.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to lie.
We both had Hellas Verona in.
So we'll get to them a bit as well.
We'll get to them.
I want to hear your thoughts on both teams because for me, it's just a massive win for Napoli considering they're getting the cavalry there and they had to get it done on the weekend. But secondly, I'm really impressed with Parma right now. They're impressive.
I was very impressed with Parma for about 85 minutes, I'd say. Well, actually, no, up until the red card when the keeper just... I don't even know what he was doing. I mean, it's just stupid. The fact that he was already on a yellow and just, I literally just Karate Kid type vibes. I don't even know. But, again, Napoli aren't playing scintillating Conte football, I don't think. But at this stage of the season, when it's so early on, teams are still finding the right balance and stuff. It's just about winning, isn't it? And fair play them. I mean, the celebrations when Zambo and Gisa, even Conte was getting involved. I loved it. So, and I mean, look, they've made some really good signings. I think Lukaku's just made for the Serie A. I think players just are made for. It's like Sancho with the Bundesliga. just made for leagues like that. And I think he's going to have a really good season there. They got Gilmore, McTominay to come in, so they've almost got 2 backup midfielders who could probably even start. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what he does with them 4. Yeah. I mean, I think Gilmore's got to start. I think
you dropped both of them.
Yeah, it's.
Or you took about that midfield 3 of last week. You were saying that.
Yeah, maybe they
dominate the 10.
Maybe they go to a midfield 3, but they've got good depth there, and I mean they've had a whirlwind of a summer with Osimhen. I mean now the guys at Galatasaray, like it's just incredible. But on the pitch, they're after a tough first game, they've turned it around.
Yeah, that's fair to say. It's a big question about the midfield, because I think Lobotka, he was made to look very second rate in this game.
Yeah, so he's the one, I think, yeah.
But do you go to a 3? How do you work it? And David, I think Suzuki cooked it coming out, but it sort of was made by Neres's pace and willingness to run in behind and stretch it. So that sort of, in my mind, creates it. Well, he assisted last game. Does he need to go into this side as well? Because
I think he will be starting.
I think he's dynamic, man. And I think my final form for Napoli is Kvaratskhelia on the left, big Rom up top. You've got Neres on the right, McTominay in behind that with a Gilmore and Gisa midfield.
It's a good team, man.
They're not playing Champions League football either. Like that's a very strong team for just 1 game a week. Like when you really think about, I'm just worried about the defense though.
Yeah,
very leaky still.
And I mean,
chances of
Parma, I think about in the 15th minute, they had 2 chances in a row.
Yeah,
where they hit the post. The first one should have gone in. The second one was just unlucky. It was a good shot, but. Look, Parma was sensational, and we could be having a very different conversation here if the keeper doesn't do keeper things. But yeah, like just on Parma, I thought they lost no fans or anything. They were really good. So I think the way that they're playing, if they can continue playing like this, could be similar to Monza of last year. To be honest,
the words out of my mouth. It's got that vibe, right?
It does. I mean, Dennis Mann, he could be some player.
I like their front players. It's what is it? Bonnie up top.
Bonnie, yeah.
Dennis Mann. The midfield's really it's an energetic midfield. They want to get the ball and just counter-attack. Like they're just so good on the counter-attack.
And like they are a Serie A. They're a Serie A club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a shame that obviously we're down.
Yeah.
Who have they got?
They shouldn't be in the 2nd division. They belong.
It was, it's Mihailo on the left, Mann on the right, and then Bonnie up top. I like that front 3.
It's dynamic, isn't it?
Mihailo should have finished a chance really early on, I think, as well. He missed a big chance. But all 3 of them, man, that is it's dangerous. It's very, very dangerous. Yeah. And as much as the keeper had a stinker, he did make some big... I think Kvaratskhelia had 12 shots.
Did we mention him last week? Because I swear, the first 2 games, he's been incredible. I think we mentioned him last week. He's been amazing. But just a brain fade. It's just one of those. They look very good. But,
it is a mid-table threat.
It's weird. It's like they both like Napoli obviously get the win, and it's big for them. But Parma, it's like no one expected you to win it.
Yeah.
The fact that you were that close is
minutes away, realistically. You think, it's unfortunate, but fair play. They took it to them. Napoli got the result they needed, and it just sort of reaffirms to me that Napoli. Maybe we were right to have Napoli. In that sort of 3rd or 4th spot, because
maybe even 3rd, man. Maybe with the way AC are going,
I think I might have had them 3rd.
No, we both had 4th. We had AC.
Had AC ahead because now AC is stinking up the gaff. I tell you what. Yeah. But now I'm sort of I was questioning that after the first weekend. I was like, oh god, we absolutely cooked this. But I'm being reaffirmed. This again, out of the players that would start for me, you've only got about 5 in there now, 4 in there. And Kvaratskhelia had 12 shots on the weekend.
Yeah, he's
like if you finish 2 of them, the game's over before it even gets really tight and dangerous. So the midfield gets changed up. I think it's that defensive they can fix up a little bit. I think they're too high the line for me. Just for me,
they're not.
They're not that real quick team defensive.
They're
they
not
need to
quick,
just adjust that a little bit.
It's weird because Conte's known for defensively.
That's what I'm saying. It's a bit
attacking wise, they look pretty good at the moment. So
I don't think it's a problem.
They still do look a bit leggy defensively.
Give the ball away, they just look slow. I'm worried about that part of their game. But fair play, a win's a win.
A win's a win. That's all that
they
matters,
establish themselves toward the top end of the table. A team that we wish they were establishing themselves at the top of the table is Milan right now. 2-2 draw to Lazio. Saved. Well, let's start off with the whole storyline that the manager Fonseca axed Teo Hernandez axed
Leao.
Leao,
Yeah,
and also there's one more he axed as well. Oh no, so Abraham was signed, but was on the bench.
Yeah, it was on the bench. Yeah,
they all three link up for the goal. By the way, that's so where I was going to that. The equaliser was all them linked up, but they got the game off to a good start. The header in from basically the start of the game. Then from there, Lazio sort of built into it and probably deserved a goal, and they got that in Castellanos in the 6-second minute. Nuno Tavares. By the way, I don't know where he went to, but he's here.
This is Komodo vibes.
He's up and down the byline. Literally the exact same things. A replica for Diaz's goal minutes later. Same thing as Akanji found him down the left-hand side there, but Tavares involved heavily in both goals down there. And again, getting through that Milan side like it's nothing, just hot, nicely butter type stuff.
I know it was at Lazio's home ground, but just give him the whole San Siro while you're at it to run onto. I mean, honestly.
Give him the keys.
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And then obviously the equaliser, it feels like a winner for Milan. This game here. Leao find the back of the net, 72nd minute. They all came on the 70th minute. So Abraham came on, Hernandez came on, and Leao came on. It was Hernandez, dropped it off to Abraham. Abraham drops it off to Leao. He finds it back of the net. So way to shut up the manager really quickly. That's a real quick.
I like the Abraham signing. I think that's a good one. Maybe they're a B now in the transfer.
Maybe it's a B. Maybe you had foresight. You saw it in advance.
Maybe it's a Abraham's B. But like Fonseca to Axe, Hernandez, and Leao. It's I don't know about it. I don't know if that's. I understand dropping players, but it's not like Leao had been poor. Like Leao set up their goal against Parma.
Yeah, but say he wasn't their problem. In that game.
Hernandez is not the problem. It's the fact that just defensively as a unit, they're again like both goals were the exact same. Tavares just
down left,
no pressure, just running down the left, cuts it back, and it's a tap in. And I don't know what the centre backs are doing. I mean, just not tracking their runners or whatever, but. It was just a deserved 2-2 draw. I think Lazio were pretty good. I think Milan, we still expected much better with how they played. But, they go 1-0 up. It's promising, but then they concede 2 goals in 5 minutes, wasn't it?
Something like that, It's in a space of 2 minutes of each other.
They just have this... They're fragile mentally, I reckon. It's disappointing. It is disappointing because I expected them to be so much more consistent. Because it's the same sort of squad with a couple of additions. But I think Fonseca's... Not that he's going to get sacked, but I think he's under a little bit of pressure already from probably the fans more so than the board, I'd say.
It's a fun one. They look structurally weak as well. Like the way you can just piece apart this side. We saw what Parma did to them. That's why Lazio easily got through them. It's like there's a structural problem there because the defenders individually are not bad. They're all very good defenders. There's a good sign that it's show up the defence. Mike Magnoni got it's a solid back five. And Fofana comes in. I wasn't very impressed with him, but he's a defensively orientated midfielder. You've got the Loftus-Cheeks. They're all defensively orientated. The fact that you can go from one end to another against Milan so easily is a bit worrying. A bit like, is Fonseca really implemented the right tactics? That's what I think. Dropping Leao, dropping Hernandez, not starting.
It's brave, man. 3 games in?
And they're your players. I generally think they are your best. As much as they might not be in form, they are still your best players by a long way. This team, I think we sort of said it a few weeks ago, it's just, that's their team. They're not impressive. They've just got some good players here and there, and they've got some standouts that can do the job. And you saw the impact they came on and just cut apart that Lazio side and that goal. So I agree with you with the Abraham thing. He'll be fantastic for them. Saw how good he was at Roma initially under Jose. I'm just worried about Fonseca's tactical structural implementation.
I'm starting to see a style, to be honest.
And that's a common thing these days, the whole style where, but genuinely, what is it?
Genuinely, because if you're... They've bought in average to compete with average in their squad, in all seriousness. I think Abraham is an upgrade, but you look at Emerson, he's not really an upgrade. Fofana, maybe a slight upgrade. But, it's 3 superstars in Leao, Hernandez, and Maignan with an average. And it may be harsh, but the way that they're playing, it's just disappointing because I did expect a lot more.
I want a bit more competition.
Yeah. I mean, they're in that race for top 4 now. Not a clear third, maybe No, I probably thought they were. I don't know about you.
I think we said though. Did we say that was in the world of their own? We just thought they'd be their own sort of thing.
Yeah.
We sort of thought Juve would go into a little bit more. which I think's sort of going to happen. But
they got there last year, and Leao didn't score for 3 months. So
yeah, I know, it was weird. And this thing, Leao last year was poor, but not bad.
He got so many
his assist numbers were through the roof, and I think he was still creating his expecteds. I think pretty much. He's a funny player. I don't like watching Leao anymore, but
I can he's a see good that. Player. Yeah,
especially for Portugal, he's frustrating the hell out of me. He's.
You think he's exciting, but he's not this quick. He's more frustrating than exciting.
He's not this quick, dynamic player, but he's not quite the skill. Drop the ball into and let him work sort of player. He's like if Jota wasn't clinical, sort of thing. If Diogo Jota wasn't clinical and was kept out in the left, that's sort of what it feels like. He's not got the pace to get past him. He's not super tricky. He can work in some tight spots, but what Jota has is a finisher. He gets goals and he finds the spots to get into. Leao just sort of feels like he's a left winger build, but maybe he's more suited to down the mid.
Is it a manager thing? Maybe that manager hasn't got the complete best out of him, or
maybe I like Pioli. I liked Pioli as a manager. I can see why they got rid of him, but for Fonseca now I'm thinking was that even worth it?
That's the thing. At the time I could see it, but now I'm like, with the other clubs who needed a manager, why would you even you finished third, Europa League quarters, I believe they got. Did they lose to Roma?
Yes, they got bounced by Roma.
They lost to Roma, yeah. With the squad they had, I think it was a pretty decent season.
Enough, yeah.
And they're not doing anything to improve in the transfer market, so I don't know what any manager could do with this team, to be honest. So it's disappointing. I find it quite disappointing.
Yeah, it's the debate many clubs are having right now, especially on my club. Was anyone even out there? Was there any De Zerbi obviously had tried big clubs, ended in Marseille. They won the manager market. Hansi Flick won, and Barcelona won the manager market. But who else? Zidane obviously doesn't want to manage anything anymore. Otherwise he would have put his hand up there.
But Bayern Munich won.
Tuchel's still there, but would he ever go to a Serie A?
Oh no,
that'd be such a strange link up.
Would he?
He could revolutionise the league by just playing some really expensive.
I think he could work at Milan. To be honest, maybe. But again, he hasn't had a great record at big clubs.
No, so. No he has not. That's interesting. Yeah, so Milan continues to trip over themselves almost. I want to quickly then finish up by touching on our fan favourite club around here. We had who did we have last season?
What's this?
The Spanish club.
Mallorca.
No,
not Mallorca.
Who was the club last year we followed all the way through the season?
A? Did it start with an A?
I keep thinking Alaves, but it's not Alaves, isn't it?
Oh my god!
Let's go back in time here to
Almeria.
Almeria was our club of last season. This season we're adopting Verona, but for a different reason. Because we thought they were going to be dead bottom. We thought they were cooked, no chance. They've gone and won the weekend.
Did we have them bottom?
I'm sure we had them
bottom.
Was it
Empoli, them, and I think it might have been there.
I think I had them dead last.
I think I had them dead. Well, we had the same. I think besides. I think we had them dead bottom, and they look anything but going near
top four. That's what their top four chances. It's going. I'm trying to think to see if I find a list. Oh, I didn't say.
But they are. I mean, the 2 games they've won have been ridiculously impressive. I know the Juve result was. I mean, to be expected. Juve are doing unbelievable right now, but they flogged Napoli, wiped them off the floor, and then to beat Genoa, who I think could surprise a few this year with their first 2 games when they look pretty good. They draw at Milan, and I think they won last week. They look pretty good, man. I know Genoa missed a few chances, but
one of those was just a back and forth one. It's great. These 2 teams scream mid-table all of a sudden. Again, I thought Genoa would be not relegated, but towards the bottom portion, the bottom half of the table.
The top half of the bottom.
Yeah. But both teams are playing like they're going to be stable mid-table clubs.
Yeah, nice.
This is a classic mid-table clash where it was Verona took their 2 chances. One came from a fortunate penalty, and saying that, do you know when they scored? Messias.
He
produced a goal of the decade.
The dribble.
Flipped it over someone, dribbled past 2,
And he had a couple of chances, actually.
He was the big player for them.
He did look very good, though.
But that's a player to keep an eye out for. There you go. Don't say we don't put you under players. He's going to be to Barcelona in 2 years' time. Don't worry about that.
And then we'll go to Real Betis a year later.
Like Victor Roque.
For financial reasons,
Financial sustainability rules and what I like. But
still be on the bench. Crazy.
I tell you what, fair play to Verona. I'll get the table up because they're actually...
They're on competing. 6 points? Yeah, looking good.
We've got a funny old top half here. So we've got obviously Inter and Juve, but then Torino in third, Udinese in fourth, Verona in fifth, Napoli in sixth, and Empoli in seventh.
Empoli.
Sorry. So we had two relegated sides competing.
Them and Verona we had fucking gone now. We haven't gone by match week 3, but they both look very, very good. So... Again,
it is early. It's early, but there's Milan 14th and Bologna 18th, Roma 17th.
I mean, we've got to talk them up while
we're going to hype it up,
exactly.
But once we're proof right,
no one else will, so we may as well.
So we called it. All this time along, back to Inter.
We had.
If they go down from here. Well, we just I'll tell you about it. But fair play, 6 points from their first 3, sitting fifth.
Yeah,
gotta love it. Verona fans will be going.
They'll be
crazy.
Going mental. Yep.
They just keep finding these players. I don't know where they find from, but they get it. They do. Let's go into our first segment of the week. And it is a 10 list, but separated into 2 separate 5s. It's 5 things bugging you right now, 5 things that you like right now in football, in the season, just in general.
Yep.
Just talk. Give me an outline. What's going on right now?
Are we doing bugging first?
Let's do bugging first. By the way, the bugging is so much
we
easier.
Both spoke about this.
We just really hate football.
We did this within 5 minutes, and then the 5 things we love about footy, we were fucking hell.
It took me about 4 to 5 business days.
It took a while. It's like clocking into work and then clocking off. Jesus Christ. Just sitting there on my phone what is good about football these days?
Do you like anything anymore? Let's start with the bugging first, or things that are annoying you, frustrated with in the world of football right now.
So my first one is the inconsistent refereeing and VAR decisions. I think we saw it with Arsenal over the weekend, the debate about the whole Rice thing. The handball confusion, I think there was one in the Verona game against Genoa where obviously the ball comes into the back post, hits the cross and the arm's out, but it's that close. And then you look at the Chelsea Man City with Kovacic. Yeah. Different leagues have different interpretations of rules, and it's pretty confusing. But that's something that causes a lot of divide between fans, between managers, between clubs. So all we ask for is consistency. No matter if we disagree or agree with it, if it's consistent, I don't think there will be many problems. But
I was banging you saying that, so I didn't put that one in this list. I went with a real personal hate of mine. This is the first thing I wrote down.
I think
the transfers of players away to match FFP and offensive sustainability rules. Premier League specifically, because it's been inter-club transfers basically to get Minter going to Brighton from Newcastle was probably Newcastle's answer to all their problems, but they had to get rid of him.
Imagine him on the right. Oh my God.
Yeah. you think about how Juve over the last 2 or 3 seasons had not signed anyone because they've been doing this profit sustainability, and especially Premier League Gallagher going to Atletico Madrid because he's a homegrown talent. It's all profit. There's no. You don't have to negate any rules there. So it's what's going to happen is all the youth academy players and academy products from around the world are going to be transferring out of their clubs just to match the sustainability rules, let alone FFP and all the other stuff like that. And I get why it's there because you don't really have Man City and Real just dominate the rest of the world of football for years to come. But the sustainability rules, I don't think it really makes it hard for me to get behind clubs and get behind players. And I know it's modern and people from football, people go everywhere. Even the Victor Roque thing with Barcelona, yes, it was part playing time, but maybe he could go on loan or something.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But he gets sold, and I don't know. It's halted Barcelona. It's halted Juventus.
You're bang on about it. I didn't even think about that.
It's just frustrating.
Because even this transfer window, it for future transfer windows, it's going to affect how.
The biggest two I can think of this transfer window was Douglas Luiz wanted to go Juventus. Juventus wanted him, but they had to send 2 players, Ealing Jr. and Arug Benham, to the Premier League to level it out. Just Barranquilla as well to level it out. So it was what? It's just going to make transfers so strange. You're going to be giving one player for one player. So I just don't like it.
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, that's a good one. My second one, I've got a bone to pick with linesmen these days.
Oh, yeah, I like it.
So, when a striker is absolutely miles offside and he's played in for a through ball and they let the play go on instead of putting the flag up, like, I mean, injuries could happen, like, anything could happen. When it's miles offside, just call it. Let's get the game going. Let's, stop haltering it when there's no need. Like, I hate seeing the replay and the guy's like miles offside and they let the play go on for another minute. It's so annoying. So if it's close, I get it because obviously with VAR, we want goals to happen. Goals could go in, let it go. But when they're fucking miles offside, just call it straight away.
Chuck it up.
It is my biggest hate in football at the minute in terms of on the pitch. I hate it.
It slows the game down because you got a minute of game that should never happen.
Exactly. And like, especially when they're throwing goal, defenders are getting back and slide tackling. And who knows what knees and like it's just. So
I'm a big green to that one there. My second one is quite topical for right now. International football's come back after 2 months of Euros 2 months ago. I was still with my European kids sitting there in the hangar. We literally had it 3 months ago, Copa America 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And we're back in international duty.
This because I've got this as well, so I might as well mention it as well. So I just had pointless international friendlies.
Yeah.
This isn't like World Cup qualification games or anything, is it?
Nations League
like
group stages.
Bin this shit. Like, who the fuck cares about
Scotland got promoted to Group A, so it's a massive day for Scotland. Get around Scotland.
Get around. Go to the pub for the Scottish people. Like, honestly.
But who gives a shit?
Who cares about the nations?
Well, Copa America won't be. They will be doing friendlies, I assume. All the South American nations, the Asian nations are not doing friendlies.
They're still going away though. So they're still friendlies, but they just had the Euros, man.
Yeah, for European and South American nations, it makes no sense.
Yeah,
like 2 months ago, you knew who was the best team in the world. So who cares? You don't need to play. Even if you get the actual week at the start of the season, like obviously this year it makes it worse because we've seen the tournaments just happen. But on World Cup years and on like European tournament and South American tournament years, give that week extra to start the season back a bit later so the guys can rest.
Bang on.
Because I know from my point of view, like people like Martinez are cooked already and it's 2 games in.
Yeah, like Manu.
Guys' legs are gone. Like, and that's what you worry about. Like, I know you probably say Verge, stuff like that. These big guys, older guys, they're gone and playing like every game for their nation. They come to play 2 games at 100% because the Premier League's starting straight away. They're going back to the nation.
That's why Salah, after January, there's a drop-off because he's cooked. AFCON, he comes back, he's playing 90 minutes every week. So
got to scrap
ridiculous,
it. Every season, like, I hate it. I can get maybe on the off years, I can understand it. But on the season, you've literally just had major tournament. What's the point?
Come on. Like, we both get that the World Cup qualifier, that just has to happen, right? The players love international football, it's their dream, whatever. But they the Nations League, like, come on, like, you're adding in more games to the Champions League, and you're keeping this shit on. Like, it's so pointless, man.
You wait for just trying to get that money in.
I know, it's shocking. We
can agree on that unless
do you want to go again? Because
it was your third
point.
My third point is, I'll go. We'll talk about it soon. Leverkusen's 35 game domestic win streak ending. It's sad. It's sad football. We love to never lose, and I could have rinsed some more views of some more clips and stuff from that, but the time's come and it's ended. And you know what? I'm not that mad because at the hands of Leipzig, but still, it's pretty cool to have that there. I really wanted to stick it to Arsenal fans if they kept winning as well. So
you can still stick it to them.
It's a personal.
At least they did it last year. So
35 games. Good on them.
I was going to have them as Bundesliga predictions to go undefeated again, so thank God I didn't.
Thank
God I didn't. Thank God.
Thank fuck. Your fourth.
My fourth, I've gone with goalkeepers forcefully playing out from the back.
I agree with you. I didn't write it down. That's a good point.
We've seen so many mistakes, particularly this season. Like Pickford against Spurs took way too long. I think it was McCarthy against Newcastle.
Stinker.
I get it. Obviously, it's easy to for coaches to say play out from the back because you force a team high and you've got a 3v3 up front
power
or whatever.
Play sort of, yeah.
But sometimes just keep the thing long, man. Sometimes that's generally the best option.
Yeah, just get rid.
And teams overdo it, and particularly keepers because they take so long. And we know keepers, they're a different breed. Sometimes they just do stupid shit.
They're not human, let's be honest.
Yeah, exactly. So, it annoys me.
I should write that down. That was blatantly in front of me. I actually had to rant about that on Monday. I was sick of it. My fourth one is promoted sides struggling in England and in Germany. All the promoted sides are currently sitting in the bottom four of both those leagues. Serie A is the exclusion to that rule. La Liga, I think they'll eventually drop in there as well. But at this moment in time, it's especially in England, I think it's coming, I think in Germany, there's a bit of a gap. There's a gap forming from, the established versus the new guys. And you just, especially in England, you really love to see a team stay up. But I can see it happening again. That's why I had that real controversial opinion, but I'm going to stick by it. Like, it might not be the best league because every time a team comes up, they go straight back down. Whereas Serie A this season has been entertaining, but the promoted sides are competing. They're competing against the top teams. And yes, they might not have the household names, but in terms of a watch, in terms of football, in terms of storylines, I'd rather watch that than watch Port Ipswich and Southampton and Luton. These teams just get battered every week. So you want to see the stories of these teams staying up, but this season, especially in Germany, England, looks like those teams are in their own bracket. So not really liking how they're going back down.
I like that. My last one is the overemphasis on stats, on GA, on XG.
For the he loves it, XG.
Just the overemphasis on GA. What happened to just watching football and appreciating dribbling and flair and basing players and rating players on how they actually perform, rather than I think if Salah played and scored 2 goals and got an assist, but did fuck all for the rest of the game, and Saka played and was incredible, was dribbling past players, people would just ignore that performance. Not that they'd say Salah's performance, was better, which maybe it is, but they'd go, Saka was shit because he didn't score, because he didn't assist. So, I just hate it. I hate every debate, every conversation comes down to, but he's got fucking 10 more goals. So it's I get it, but I miss just watching.
Game's gone?
Game's gone. So I just miss watching just football instead of worrying about how many goals he's got. What's his XG? Oh, that shot was close. What's the XG of that shot? Honestly, man.
It's so funny you say that because I think TNT Sports Instagram put a post about Toby Collier.
Yeah.
And they said, fantastic performance from Toby Collier in the week because he got 7 out of 7 duels.
Oh, come on.
And then all the guys in the comments were glad I watched the game. Glad I watched that one as well.
Oh, my God.
And everyone's United fans. And there's let's be honest, he got fed to the wolves and he got mauled.
Yeah.
Don't try and cover up that he got.
He wasn't awful.
No.
But
because everyone else was shit around him, maybe that's why he looked. But
exactly.
I was that sums up your point to a nutshell. The fact that Instagram pages are posting XAs and touches.
I hate XG. I hate XG. I hate it, man. Oh, I can't stand it. Everyone mentions it.
Now it's in FIFA as well. It's even worse. It's in FIFA.
Well, FIFA's in the mud anyway, so...
Game's good. That is literally game's gone.
That is, yeah.
And I wasn't very serious my last point. I talk about games gone, my club's gone. So I got Man United being shit as well.
Oh. I love it.
It's just honestly, my team's mudded, so that's my thing I'm bugged about right now.
That's fair enough.
Let's be positive and let's go.
Yeah, we had to start with the negatives.
Yeah, it's always easy to be negative. Let's be positive. It's hard for us, podcast people to be positive about football. But let's have a look at 5 things you like, positive, happy about now in football.
Should we start?
You start. Yeah.
All right. My first thing, just the underdog stories that we've had. Last year was Girona. We had Villa, I guess, put Monza in that category. Bologna. And then this year, Villarreal started off well. Torino. I think Heidenheim have won both their games. They're top, which is mental. So even in the championship, Sunderland have been incredible after their 75th manager in 2 years. So, it's always good to watch teams that don't spend a lot, just come from maybe nowhere.
Time in the sun.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll build on that. I had Serie A individually. I sort of mentioned that as well. Verona, Torino, and Udinese, both in the top 6, 7. So and I'm big on the Serie A this season. It's going to be really, really exciting because these teams, they can keep up and around their place. Forget Bologna. You're going to have 4 teams doing a Bologna this season. It's going to be even more entertaining. And if Milan keep dropping points and Napoli keep being inconsistent, we're going to have a heck of a season. So those 3 teams, I've been super excited to see how they start the season. The Heidenheim one as well was a big one. They lost Tim Klodenstein. Well, I can't say his name. Tim. They had last season. He went to Gladbach, but you lose that 20 goal, whatever you had last season. I'm thinking, are they going to be mudded this year? They're actually going to, because they finished 8th. Like, I feel they finished 8th last season. I'm thinking, like, can they do it again? They're whacking at the start. So those underdog stories, I absolutely agree. It's good to have them back again this year.
My second one, just player comebacks. So like Isco last year, like was just cooking, was up there for La Liga Player of the Year. I feel like Lewandowski this year's had a bit of a revival. He's insane. De Bruyne come from his big injury. I think you said at the start of the year you expect the Premier League to have a year of like your Salahs and your Van Dijks and all these guys come back, and so far they have been the best players in the league. So yeah, I love a good comeback story.
And we're on the same sort of page, but I'm sorry if again I'm going with, this might be a bit edgy, but Mason Greenwood's career revival. I think it's alive.
You say that.
I think it's true. If he keeps to himself a little bit more, he could be on here.
Turns gay.
In all honesty, the football, I know it's illegal,
incredible,
but my God,
the goals he's scoring,
left foot, right foot, running in behind, just sitting defenders on their bums, man. He is cooking them. And we'll talk about that game a bit later on. I'm invested because it's deserved. I'm invested because Marseille. I'm invested because it's sort of like the rejects team. It's like whoever you don't want, send them to Marseille. But they're just cooking right now. They're playing some great football. And he's, as I said, the league season and the title race for Marseille will go as far as Greenwood can take them. My God, he's made a good start to it. 6 goal contributions in like 3 games.
He's in his own league at the minute, and then Barcola's like a bit below probably.
With Mbappe not being there, it's become his league. It's crazy, but 3 games in, it's his league already.
What is he like? He's got what, 4 or 5 goals?
5 goals, 1 assist, I think. Crazy. And he's got, I count 2 more inverted, like secondary assists as well, with winning penalties and pass to assists. So he's everywhere. So I'm excited for that career revival.
If we were doing top 10 right wingers, I think he'd be in there. I think he'd be in there.
He's up there somewhere.
Finally, not a Bayern Munich player. Finally, get him out.
Get him out. One of them out.
My third one, I've got inverted fullbacks, or just managers getting more out of fullbacks. I love watching Trent go into midfield, or like more just specifically like managers getting more out of fullbacks, like Leverkusen last year, seeing their crazy numbers and them just bombing forward, and even defensively, like they're still capable of doing jobs. But yeah, I just love watching them get more involved and get on the ball, and like it's just so good to like watch tactical analysis of like your Carragher's and Neville's break it down. And like actually see it, and it's like what the fuck. But you're actually like, that's sick. Like Robertson like playing in like a back 3 now. Like, and Trent goes, and even like City with like Walker and like Gvardiol. Like it's ridiculous. I don't mind an inverted fullback.
I gotta ask you because it was Arne Slot's 1 minute.
Bro, how funny is that, man?
He pieced apart Ten Hag's 3 years in 1 minute.
I loved it, bro. He said in his interview, like before the season started, he said, I want to win games on a Wednesday. I want to win games like completely, like tactically just kill teams.
Just cook them.
And you look at it and you go, are you going to be able to like do that though? And so far, like, I mean, the way he explained it in a minute, what they were trying to do is, it's embarrassing for you. And it's
cold. It's
impressive.
Moment.
Yeah, it's like there you go, lads. Yeah, that's how you
have that. Hey,
Newcastle,
you want to be United,
so, it's impressive, man.
We all seen it, right? Like I've watched United for every game last 3 years, but like the way he put it so simply is like, that's literally what we've done.
You can tell he's a proper football coach, like just a coach.
I think he's a coach. He's not,
and that's his title.
Yeah,
it's not manager. It's
he's a coach.
So
I think he's nailed it on the head. Again, check out my video. I talked about all of this stuff in the video.
It's a banger.
Yeah,
20-minute banger.
My third point. There's another revival sort of point as well, but Juve and Barca having their swagger back.
Yeah, nice.
The big boys are back. Like Barca's back, Juve's back. Hansi Flick scrapped the pre-game outfits I saw as well. They're just coming in club gear, rocking up to the game. This is just like, get this shit done. Like this is the most German shit I've ever seen. Scrap your outfits, come ready to work. Go to work and get the job done. I love it.
And that's what they're doing.
And they're doing it. And Thiago Motta, like you said, I agree with you. Getting rid of Chesney, getting rid of Chiesa, my team. This is my team. I'm playing my style of football. Both teams are equally second and top of their team leagues for a reason. So good to have the big boys back this year.
Yeah, I like that. My fourth, I've just got up and coming young managers and implementing their styles. Like you got McKenna, Michelle at Girona still. Alonso. Fabian Hertz at Brighton.
Yes, yeah.
Sebastian Hoeneß from
Stuttgart.
I just love these managers that you don't hear much about them. you don't know much about them anyway, but you watch them play and their style, and it's so good to watch, man.
Stop that.
They always implement their own little tweaks, and I love it. So
again, I'll build onto you. I'll build onto that, and put your last 2 points. I've got Liverpool and Brighton playing some of the most exciting football in the leagues and proving doubters wrong, like a double.
a double.
No, I didn't even back Brighton. I Brighton, I think 15th.
Yeah, I would have had them.
They're
pretty low. Yeah,
probably going to push Europe this season. I know people had Liverpool not in the top 4. I'm going to claim I had them 3rd. I had them in a title race, so they're in the title race. But I love the whole arcs. These 2 managers coming to the biggest league in the world, and that's what I love about it, because no one else has known anything about. No one would put effort to looking into how both teams have played, both how managers have played. But making an effort to watch Arne Slot in pre-season, knowing what Hurts did with St. Pauli, I'm sort of like, I'm glad these guys are succeeding at their clubs, because watching what they did, it's exciting. Like you said, it's modern, it's revolutionising. It's there. Like I said with Arne Slot, it's a few bits of Jurgen Klopp, but it's still his system. It's a cool, calm, and collected system. For Hertz, it's rock and roll almost. With Brighton, it's just go out there and play some football. And who gives a shit who you're playing?
It could be their best style.
I think in terms of like all the iterations, it's the final. It could be like the final evolution of Brighton in terms of the way they play their football. So I've been loving those 2 clubs.
My last one, I just love watching incredible dribblers of the ball. You know,
you've been pure. Like, I love it.
Just prime like Ronaldo, like Robin back in the day, like Ronaldinho, like compilations, like bro, like it's so good to watch. And now you got like Musiala gets involved, Vinny, Savio, so, like they're unreal to watch, and you can hear the crowd. Like every time it's like whoa, it's like
bums off seats,
because you don't sit because. Managers these days, it's 1-2 touch, like move the ball, stop taking players on. But game's gone. Like like I always said, this was impossible to think of. So I was like, nah, I'm bringing it back to like.
Savio's a good shout though, because he gets me excited.
I love watching him play. So
I like it. Mine's a similar. I'm loving seeing the importance of the Szoboszlais, of the Fede Valverdes, of the Dani Olmos, of the Florian Wirtzes. That attacking.
The pure midfielder. 10 is back. Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
because I get. I don't know if I wanted to go that far, but that's what I was sort of getting at, because we've seen the 10s become like a second striker that isn't good enough to be a striker, so they just get put there. Yeah. But these are the players, Valverde especially, Szoboszlai, like the proper number. Florian Wirtz, Musiala, who goes in the middle, like the proper just good inside areas, impossible to get the ball off them, passing arrays out of this world, and they can bang a good goal in the back line. Like that type of archetypal player. I think we're seeing the re-emergence.
Yeah, I love that.
This next gen, like these guys are all next gen. Right? We obviously know about KDBs and lots of that, but I feel like that generation had come and gone. I'm like, we're going to see that arc of player again. We've got Wirtz and Musiala in the same league. We've got Szoboszlai in the Premier League. We've got Valverde in La Liga. So I really like those type of players, and I'm loving seeing them being important for their team. Like they're being crucial to all their sides this season. So.
And they're always at the top of like the amount of Ks ran in a game. Always
they're covering yards.
It's like one of those positions, I swear, for like probably a good 6-7 years. The 10 was classified as just another 8 or another midfielder because of 4-3-3. But now, like, see some of the top teams playing a 10, and it helps a lot in terms of structure. And if you've got a player that works their ass off, makes good runs.
Yeah, if they can still defend, they can still cover off.
Exactly.
There's no need to play another 8. You just got chuck the 10. Get
exciting. I love a 10. A good 10 is incredible to watch.
Something special about a number 10. They're just different gravy. Yeah. But there you go. There's our 5 hates and our 5 likes.
Good little fun segment.
Good little segue for this week. Yeah. We've got a lot of shit together. So let's skim through some of this stuff. We'll leave that team game to last. We'll go Stuttgart and Mainz, a 3-3 classic, a chaotic game. Stuttgart came so close. Rieder in the 88th minute with a worldy free kick came off the bench, produced that, and then against all the odds, Mainz said, hold my beer.
Hold my beer,
Come in, they equalised.
They did
in the 94th minute. At least you did Leverkusen.
They were Leverkusen this week.
So I don't know what Stuttgart were doing there. The back post was it was like 3 options across the back post, and it was lights in the end there, heading the ball home. Disappointing for Stuttgart, because again, they've had a good start of the year without getting the points.
Yeah, that's the thing. Attacking wise, they still look brilliant.
Awesome.
But defensively, I mean, losing Aito and losing Anton,
you can see the difference.
It takes a toll defensively, and I hope they can turn it around. I hope it's just one of those that's going to take a bit of time, because going forward, I mean, they look unbelievable still. Like, they are still one of the most exciting teams in the league, I reckon. But yeah, they've conceded 6 goals in their first 2 games. Like it's
just like ship it too many.
If that continues, it'll be an 8th to 10th finish, and I think they're too good for that.
That's the thing. I'm just worried about Champions League coming up. I think you need to try and bank some points before this starts. That's why I'm worried for these other at least Girona are banking some points. Bologna are going to struggle because they've got any points on the board. You need a bank, have something ready there to go. Like Villa, they've got a few in the bag. Scraped through the line in some games. Like this was a game that Stuttgart should have really killed off early on. Lots of chances. The Milos, the Lewerlings, these sort of players, Undavs, finish some of the chances off a little bit earlier on, make it 3 or 4 in the first 40 minutes, 50 minutes, then you can close it off.
And especially the 2 teams they versed in Mainz, and was it Freiburg or Frankfurt? Was it Freiburg?
I think it was Freiburg.
Yeah, like they're 2 teams that are going to be maybe around the mark of where they're going to finish. So they're probably the most important games for them in terms of winning. So
it's about converting these sort of games, right? So it was.
I think it was Freiburg.
It was Freiburg. 3-1 lost to Freiburg, and then the 3-3 on the weekend.
It's disappointing, but I think it'll turn around. I think if they can just sort out defensively,
they can turn that thing around.
I mean, going forward, they are.
I was thinking like the Milos, the Leverlings, these are the players, Undavs, these guys, these 3 at top. I love watching them. They're just so quick, and once they get past halfway, good luck stopping them. But it's just like defensively, sure up that part of the park, and they'll be all good. We got to the big news, global news this time, as I already sort of preluded to. Leverkusen losing that streak.
Yeah,
35 domestic games.
I'm surprised there was no Leverkusen in crisis video, to be honest.
Goldbridge classic.
They're not first. Shit.
Oh my God, I lost the game. What's happening? And you know what? It felt like they're going to win it.
It felt like it was going to happen. It felt like the goal was going to come.
Because it was who had there was a big chance right to it. Florian Wirtz had a few chances towards the end, but after they conceded to go 3-2 down, Wirtz had a chance almost straight away.
Yeah,
Galassi had another save. But it was funny because this is, and I think Alonso came out and said it in their press conference. They haven't quite hit their straps yet.
Yeah, no, they haven't.
And the first sort of 20 minutes, looked like they hit it. Looked like they were firing chances.
That first half was
that was so quick. The ball was zinging about the pitch. I'm like, okay, they're back, right? They're back. But then you see them sort of lose control, and as Leipzig do, get back into the game, use those wide areas, use those tricky players. Openda, fantastic in this game here. Sesko, fair play. Didn't do much in front of goal, but setting that goal up for Openda, fantastic. And you're just like, no, but Leverkusen will find a way getting back into there. But finally, for the first time, I guess since the Europa League final, after conceding, they haven't found that gear to keep going. And a lot of the shots were long shots or tough chance, not that classic Schick just tap home to chance. There wasn't that big, how the hell have they created it? It was a long shot, or was a deflection, or was something was blocked. I was like, the Magic's fine. The Magic's fine.
It took a long goddamn time.
It took 13 months, but finally that crazy shit's run out. So, fair play to them for the streak, but I want to give props to Leipzig because to stay mentally in that game there, that Bay Arena is pumping. Bayern looked probably back to their best since that Bayern game. I'm going to go back that far. That's how good they started that game. It was incredible. They held on. They were holding on for their deal up, but they kept it 2-0, got a goal back. And then appended his thing in the second half, and that is a sign of a very strong team. We had him high up the table for a reason, but again,
you had him. Did you have him third?
I
had him third. Yeah.
Did I have him second? I had Bayern third.
Did you have Dortmund second?
I might have Dortmund second. I had him fourth. But
still, we had him in top 4.
We're backing them in. Without Dani Olmo, shows a lot of character. I think
big time. I mean, there was every excuse for them at 2-0 to go. Just see it out. Just don't get pumped type thing, but. The goal from Campbell, I think it was.
Yes,
just before half-time was huge. Gave them that confidence to say, we haven't even started playing and we're in it. So I thought the first half from Leverkusen was unbelievable. I thought the way they moved the ball was exactly them last season. But, I mean, just second half, I think Leipzig were just unbelievable. I mean, Openda was a joke. Sesko, without being incredible, set up the equaliser. And like that. I mean, they are a serious team still. I mean, they lost Simicon to Saudi, which I think is
what a fucking
shock. Like, just I don't even know why he's done that.
Why you do that?
Lose Olmo, right, but Xavi Simons. I mean, he hasn't even
hit the ground.
He hasn't even started as far as I'm concerned. No. So the fact that they've picked up two wins.
The biggest win in world football right now as well.
Literally, toughest place to go, if not one of.
Yeah.
It's a serious win.
Did you see it? Well, they ran the pitch at full time.
That's a big confidence. And the coach got sent off after like 20 minutes.
I know.
They won without a coach. Sack him.
Bro was up so high in that stand.
This assistant manager. Get him in.
I'll give it United. We'll give it United.
See how high he was?
Yeah, the camera came up like...
Put him on the roof. Put him on the roof. Give him a view top of it.
I was like, give him the Arsene Wenger trim. Give him the whole like over the dugout. And you got this guy like up in the stands. Like, oh my God. Fair
play to them, man.
This for me was... one of those ones. I guess I was very sad Leverkusen lost, but it was like...
It has been coming, though.
But yeah.
Like, they were poor against Gladbach in the second half.
I think it was the right thing, though, for them. I think it's what they need. It's like that loss you have to have. It's one of those ones.
Yeah.
Because, as I said, it felt like it's coming for a long time. The end of last season, they're doing this ridiculous, 98th minute, equaliser shit. And it's like, where's this come from?
Yeah.
But this game was finally like, okay, you've lost that. You can relax now. You don't have to worry about this record. You can just now focus on winning games of football. Because... again, the first half, it felt like they were back again. It was that ball was moving from left to right. Yeah. And even like the fact that I don't think Frimpong actually played. I think he played as a right winger in this game.
Yeah, he did.
I know they shape up as a 5, but when they were defending, I think he was at the halfway line. I saw one of the highlights where Tapsoba's sort of like ushering at it, like someone's running at him. He's sort of like dropping back, and I'm like, oh, where's the fullback? And I'm looking at the image, and Frimpong's the halfway line. So they committed. They were back to that, like just. Commit numbers forward, play football like that. Frimpong getting on the score sheet. Grimaldo, the other goal, and Grimaldo was in the box. He was on the penalty spot for the goal. Yeah. Like, they were committing. They were playing proper, like, Leverkusen first half season football. And I'm like, okay, good sign. But now with a loss, you're like even more motivated. Like, hey, let's get back there. Let's keep winning again.
Defensively show up because their
third goal was
so good last year.
yeah.
With playing this system, but now they're. I don't know if teams have just done their homework, which obviously they'd have to do because they're the benchmark, right? But I think teams are, from what I've seen, I think they're getting more midfield runners.
Yeah.
Like we saw the first goal, like a free runner through the middle.
Just go through.
So I think that's sort of, if you want to score, because they're so hard to stop defensively, if you want to score against them, I think you probably need 2 8s like getting in the box, and you just got to back your 6 to just
hold it down.
Because you probably have to outscore this team. I don't think you can defend against them with how they play.
They start second half slow as well.
They do, yeah.
You got to get at them.
They've been up 2-0 in both games, so there's still a lot of positives. It's it's just one of those. It was going to happen. It surprised it happened at home.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Yeah,
but
I'm not surprised it was a Leipzig or a Stuttgart. These two clubs put together some of the great games. Like if you're on a weekend, you're bored. If check the TV guide, if there's a Stuttgart or if there's a Leipzig Leverkusen game, you're in store for a 7-5 goal thriller.
Honestly, if there's just a Bundesliga game,
whack it on.
Bundesliga is underrated at the minute. It's brilliant.
It's cooking. It is absolutely cooking. But there we go. That streak's come to an end. Bayern might have a chance this season. Might. A 1% chance now. They've actually dropped some points.
I mean, it couldn't be as bad as last year, so they surely got a chance.
All right, Dortmund, you have a chance. You have a chance.
Leipzig.
Someone else has a chance now. Let's move to a league where you might not have any chance in the Championship, because Sunderland, my God, 3-1 over Portsmouth away from home as well. The only goal now they've conceded is a Luke O'Nien own goal, which was this game had some crazy own goals. Like,
what is going on?
Like Puskas winning own goals on both sides.
That first goal.
I don't know what the fuck was going on.
What the fuck?
I couldn't tell you what happened in that whole build-up. It was a lot to deal with. But that was the opening goal in the 31st minute. Second goal came in the form of Brown in the 51st minute. He had a great game as well in the middle of the park. Once again, Roberts, what a surprise, he creates the goal. Running down that right-hand flank.
He's insane for the Championship.
Too good for the Championship.
He's one of those too good for the Championship, not good enough for the Prem.
Scottish Premier League player for me. I feel like he's a Celtic player through and through.
He was at Celtic, and I think he was on loan from when he was at City.
I feel like he needs to go back there and cook again.
Yeah, he's one of those. He's not good enough for like the elite leagues, but in these like Championship, Scottish League, he's very,
the ball's stuck to the guy's feet. It's ridiculous.
He's very good.
The third goal was Mundell again.
Mundell.
What a surprise, counter-attacking football. Player. And this is a great counter-attack, by the way. Picked up by the forward, dropped off to Mundell, he just ran the rest of the way and then just slotted at home. So that made a 3-0. And then as the Luko 91st minute own goal was just like,
poor guy. Their spine is very, very good at the minute. I mean, you got Bellingham, you got Brown in the middle, you got Luko 9 at the back, who's been there for fuck knows how long. Watch season 1 of Sunderland till I die, and he's there as a youngster. So you know. They got Mondel up top, who we said last week he looks like Mavididi.
He looks like a player, yeah. He looks like a serious player.
They got Roberts off the right.
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't sack this manager, they might.
That's the only thing stopping them right now is 2 bad games and they sack the manager.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of. Home ground advantage as well.
That looks very good.
That's okay. It's going to be a hard place to travel.
Even defensively, they look great. So
1 goal conceded.
Yeah. And even that, it was so unlucky.
And it was a dodgy own goal.
And it's like, they knew the game was won at 3-0. They consider, and they're all like, not pissed because it's just an unfortunate one, but they're so disappointed. And that's a sign that they're locked in.
They were going after. They could have scored 4. They were putting so many numbers off the pitch. So like,
I would like them back in the Prem. I'd love them back.
I'd love to see a proper derby where Sunderland Newcastle derby. Like, give me something
actual competitive.
Because the FA Cup had it last year, but they just got they just got pantsed.
I remember watching it. It was fucking terrible.
Oh, I turned it off
because it was like wasn't it like 5-0 or something?
It was like 3-0 in the first.
It was just comfortable.
Half.
Yeah.
After half, I turned it off.
All that build up just.
Oh, it was massive. Dead. I think we were talking the week leading up to we were like piping up.
Like, this is gonna be such a good game. Like Sunderland, because Newcastle had like injuries at the time, a bunch of injuries.
It's FA Cup and Sunderland.
FA Cup, bit of the FA Cup magic.
No chance.
They saved that for Ahmed, and they literally saved it all for Old Trafford.
Yeah,
so.
Absolutely. But there you go. Once again, stunning. And a team I have to talk about just quickly. Boring game, but just West Brom are doing very well this season. They're also another team that could be coming up. They're now second, 10 points, and only conceded twice. So both these two teams, good going forward and very good defensively. They beat Swansea 1-0, who are very workman-like side, so it's a very impressive result to get over the line.
I don't know how it was only 1-0 from what I saw.
I didn't get it. I didn't watch the full game, which is the highlights of this one, but in the 5 minutes I watched, I think I had about 15 different shots from different players. So I don't know how it managed to be like this.
I think I jinxed Josh Madger from last week. He had about 2-3 headers and he just almost missed the ball. So, poor guy. Sorry,
the players on curse continues to throw up this channel here. Who do we have from Brighton? You curse as well.
Matt O'Reilly. Yeah, and a day later he
just cooks his knee.
Injured. Oh my god. No, I think it's just me at the moment. I think I'm just a curse for this channel.
The curse is just.
I don't want to do my top 10 players in the world.
I'm gonna say these top 10 players. Watch out, fear, love. Here we are, top 10 players in the world.
We're doing it now.
We're doing it now. It's perfect time. He segued perfectly. I think we did it last season. We'll have a list that looks very similar to something.
I think it was a similar list maybe. But I should have checked because I struggled.
I've updated my list a fair bit. I've got a lot of new... My top 5 is probably the exact same as last year, but my bottom 5 I think will be much different. So I'm very keen to see how we
I don't know. I'm not very confident.
Confident. Oh, you know what? I'll start us then. I'll get us kicked off. Number 10, a shout out to Fede Valverde. He was going with my number 10, but... I thought this guy's form's ridiculous. I went Lautaro Martinez as my number 10.
Yeah, because I got him as well.
Yeah, because
I got him 10. Yeah,
you said it. Can he do it for in the Copa for Argentina? Not going to be Messi's tournament. He did. He basically won the tournament for them. So that Inter were bigger than them last season. What he did for the league season. Again, he's one of those players that he could sway in or out because sometimes his performances aren't great, but his output has just been too good.
I feel like a Serie A player had to go in.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because I don't.
That's the only serial player I've got as well.
I feel like I had to put one in. Yeah, and he's probably the pick of the lot at the moment.
Slower start of the year, Thuram's been the been so
unbelievable.
They haven't talked into yet this year, but they've been very
they've just been going about their business. To be honest,
we'll catch them up and then match day 20 when they're cooking again.
But Lautaro's been huge, so he
back in number 10.
Deserving.
I like that one. On the same page early on.
Good.
This is where I go crazy. I think I don't know if you have these sort of guys in, but I went Flo Invert to number 9 for me.
Wow.
Again, I rated him over Musiala. So I can see if you had a Musiala, I can see that. But I think he's so important. He's had a killing start to the season. He has, I don't think the output numbers have actually matched it. He has 3 goals and an assist.
Yeah,
but he's been so important for their build-up. And on the weekend, it felt like Leverkusen of old, and it was because Wirtz on the ball 24/7, Frimpong and Grimaldo on the ball 24/7. I think he had a wicked Euros, like crazy Euros.
He was incredible, wasn't he?
Yes, Musiala stole a lot of the attention. And maybe bit of a bias in Connor. I just don't like Musiala as much as Wirtz. I just like what Wirtz does as a proper number 10, right? So, I love him. I whacked him in there. I think this season could be even better than last. So, I really have faith.
That's my poster boy. I didn't have him in. I've got to be brutally honest. I didn't even think of him.
Oh, really?
I didn't. I mean, there's so many players.
I'm gonna say there's about 20 players again.
Yeah, but I just. I mean, I just don't know. There's a lot. I just didn't even think of him. But I don't think I would have had him in anyway.
Fair enough.
But I'd love the shout because he's unbelievable. My number 9 is Fede Valverde. I had to get him in.
This is crazy.
We both had him as the best central midfielder in the world. Still is. I mean, that assist for me just typifies. I mean, there's not maybe a couple of number 10s see that in the world, like your Brunos, your KDBs, because they're used to getting in those positions. But for him, I mean, that is just. I mean, that assist is not even on. Yeah, Mbappe just runs onto it. He's like, oh shit, there's a ball. I gotta go get it. Yeah. Everything about him. There's not a part of his game that he lacks. He can use both feet. He's press him and he'll keep the ball. Yeah. Defensively, he's brilliant, and he always plays. He's never injured. Oh my God. And he's. We said it last week. He's probably not their best player. You'd have Vinny or Mbappe, but he's probably their most important.
I'm such a believer in this.
I see a lot of top 10s that just have forwards and don't have Valverde, and I think he's underrated despite being the best in his position.
He's nuts. I really wanted to get him in because I think
I just had to get him in somewhere.
You say availability. If he's not available, I think Real Madrid capitulate.
I think they struggle. Yeah,
I can fall apart. He's got to that stage where he's literally won 2 games for them, just with that goal and then that assist.
The guy, I didn't even mention the goal.
Like that's 2 different games where he's got the team. Because for Real, once they score, they're fine. Yeah. But it's getting that first goal was like, God, it's a mountain to climb.
Well, they look good against Betis, but without scoring. But I mean, that could have been a 0-0. But he
creates that goal. He creates the assist against Valladolid. So really, really impressive. My number 8 again. Classic impression reactionary stuff. I've got Lamine Yamal number 8. I've whacked him all the way up at number 8. I'm backing him all the way in. This guy started to say he makes Lewandowski look good, man. Like he's making this. He's making this 32 again. This is not me to slate Lewandowski, but he's passed. I solely believe he's passed it. And yes, it is partly Hansi Flick, but some of the passes on the weekend.
Yeah,
we'll get into Barcelona a little bit. Shit, this guy's like, I am reactionary. That's what this sort of podcast had built up, but I can't ignore the fact that I just love watching him play. Like I can't I smile. Yeah. I watch him on that pass from halfway. He lofted the ball.
The timing,
from the halfway line
everything.
For Lewandowski to take it down and just finish it. I'm like, like, God. And Rafinha's looking incredible.
I know.
Rafinha's looking like.
I'd like to apologise because
I didn't understand your game.
I've been pretty hard on him. Like, what the hell's he doing at Barca? Like, I just think he's one of those squad players, but you could still sell him and get a bit of money for him. But this season he's been incredible. And
I'm not trying to take away from all these players, but I think that's partly because of Lamine Yamal. Because Lamine Yamal takes so much. He's getting hacked like 24/7, but he gets up. He's giving that Saka vibe where he's getting hacked. But I think he's a little bit more silkier than some of the players who go around the world right now. I think in terms of complete wingers.
Oh my God. Oh man.
I jumped on the bandwagon so early.
No, I like it. I've gone to. I haven't. Yeah. Again, I didn't think about him because, like, I don't know. It's so hard. This
is hard.
Because thinking about him, his Euros performance last year, even the start of this year, like he probably is a top 10 footballer at the moment. To be honest,
we'll see. I want to hear your list. I want to hear. I'm scared of who I
love your list though already.
I'm scared who I.
You got Verts and Yamal, like bro.
I've got the young crowd. I've got. I love it.
Yeah. My number 8. I don't know if this is maybe a bit low. I got Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Number 8.
Yeah. It's a little bit lower though.
I was going to put him a little higher, but I mean, I was trying to sort of balance it between last year achievements and things like that. Individual achievements, obviously for Harry Kane specifically. But yeah, look, he's an unbelievable striker. His goals, his ability to drop deep, and I think sometimes this might be a bit harsh, but especially for England, I think his ability to drop deep on the ball actually harms and affects his performance. I don't know if that's just Southgate ball or what it is, but you know, with how good England are in midfield, him dropping in actually affected them in the Euros, I think. So, and I think in big games, you know, is there still that question mark that he shows up? I mean, I don't know. So, yeah, I had him 8th. Again, based on the player, maybe should be a bit higher, but I just think others have just achieved a bit more, and I think big game players are a big thing. So
yeah, item 7. Yeah. I had him in the 6 at the start, but I changed my mind. I've been tossing down these 2 players for different reasons because as a complete, as an archetypal player, there's no one like Harry Kane. Like there's the whole like it was funny. I listened to a podcast this morning talking about like how Haaland's the best striker in the Premier League, and I thought back to 2 years ago where this podcast all basically started. I was like, would you take Haaland or would you take
Kane?
That was like the question, and like it's still in many regards the question still sort of stands because
I think I've changed now.
Because initially I was Kane.
I was Kane as well.
But
I was Kane last year. Now I think I'm Haaland.
But obviously then you take Haaland because the type of goal you're scoring now. But I think they were saying on that podcast like Harry Kane can score your goal out to the box on the run, left foot, right foot. Haaland's a little bit more one-dimensional. Yeah, he has. He's probably the best finisher in the world, Erling Haaland. But as a striker, you know, had that with Harry Kane. So that's sort of in his back pocket. But again, like as much as we can talk about, it has to be a marking point. He didn't win anything with Bayern Munich. Like, I don't care how many goals, he didn't win anything. So like that's I got to take away from him. Big game thing, it's funny because it doesn't feel like it, but he doesn't really impact the big games either. He's a funny player. Until he wins a trophy, I think it's really hard to rate him. Because you think, all the guys in front of him, for me, just win games, and I just think of them with trophies. I think of them in big tournaments and competitions. So, I got him 7. But I feel like he could easily be like top 4 if he really liked it.
You could, you can make a case for top 3, top 5. But, 8th for me. Yeah. So your 7 was Kane, wasn't it?
Yeah,
right. So my 7, Jude Bellingham.
Wee, put him down.
Jude Bellingham. I've got him quite down.
Big dropper.
There's no reason why as to why he's 7th. It's just the players ahead of him. Probably more longevity, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think is something that I've factored in big time here, especially with a couple of these players. But yeah, I mean, last year he won the League Player of the Season. He won that. So was good at the Euros, saved England pretty much, saved Southgate from absolute embarrassment. He's unbelievable at Dortmund, unbelievable at Real. Turned into a genuine goal scorer now, which I didn't think he would be. I always thought he'd be just that unbelievable box to box. But now he's playing as that 10, sort of last year, that false 9. So he's versatile and,
It's a tough list, mate. It's a tough list. You've been, I like it.
Oh, man.
Maybe I've gone very young guys FC here because I've got Mo Salah as my number 6.
Yeah, he's my number 6.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
I thought you had a little bit like, I said, nah. Again, I was tossing with him and Harry Kane because, again, as a complete footballer, you probably want Kane. But if I'm picking a team, especially right now on the back of the first 3 games, I want Salah, right?
Salah, yeah.
And we said it last year. I think we both said in this show in particular, in relation to the Monday show, is we believe why would you ever sell Mo Salah because he's still a top 6 player in the world for us. So he's actually that sort of player. And on his
There's an argument he's top.
I think
from the top 10 list, I saw people had him top 3.
Yeah,
top 5.
You pick a day to play a football match on a Wednesday, whatever. It's raining, whatever. It doesn't matter what the conditions are. You pick Mo Salah most often. Like you might go to a Mbappe or another maybe a midfielder, but you'd probably go Salah 2nd or 3rd.
Yeah,
because what he does and what I liked when Arne said it, he can actually come and receive, but boy, he's at his best when he can stay high up the pitch. He can stretch defences. Yeah. What he did versus Man United, what he did versus Ipswich. When he can stay high and you hit those long diagonals with Liverpool playing now, mate.
Oh, man.
Good luck stopping that.
An absolute joy to watch. Yeah.
Head down runner, head up, picking the pass, right-footed pass on the weekend as well. So the game keeps growing. The game is growing year by year. I just think it's a joy to watch myself. It's been frustrating, but also a joy to watch myself play football because this guy just cooks. For the Premier League, Premier League legend.
9 years. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, a month ago, people were saying, "Oh, he'll leave in a year and go to Saudi," but now the conversation's changed to he'll leave and go to a Bayern, because the level he's at is. I mean, I've said it countless times. I think he's the best right winger in Premier League history. He's one of the best wingers altogether in Premier League history. He won't ever touch an Henry or a Ronaldo, as far as I'm concerned. But if he keeps going like this for 2-3 years, is he the 3rd best winger ever to play in the Premier League? The 3rd best? I mean, it's a conversation.
Well, my question
is gigs and stuff. So
if he had won some of those titles, if City, this is obviously hypothetical, if Pep wasn't there, Liverpool won 3 or 4 titles. What is saying he's not better than Ronaldo in the Premier League? Because in the Premier League, everyone says we keep getting confused. Ronaldo was amazing to watch, but the same numbers cannot be said for.
Yeah, true.
Because like,
and 9 years. This is his ninth year.
I love Ronaldo, but if you really want to be really in the Salah book, you can say he's better than Ronaldo in the Prem.
You could, yeah.
This guy's 9 years cooked. You guys have been first, second, or third every single year. Basically, he's been there.
It's incredible, man. Yeah, I absolutely love him, and I'm glad I stuck with the fact that people were saying to sell him.
I don't know about that.
Never buy a replacement. You don't know that replacement's going to work. And the reality is the replacement will never... Replace is
a strong word
exactly,
as well. Yeah, you can replace Mo Salah.
The replacement will never be as good as this version of Mo Salah.
I don't know what, I don't know, 40 years old,
exactly.
Only he has the right foot left, I don't know. Whatever he has left, he's still amazing. All right, top five.
Top five, yeah.
I went Erling Haaland as number 5.
Yeah, I got number 5.
You have someone in my top 4 that I have in my top 4 then? That's going to be... I'm excited to hear what you put in.
Really? No, well,
No, I guess I'm doing my top 4.
I
can't wait. I can't wait to hear this. I cannot wait to hear this.
So I bottled it. Maybe.
Well, no. There was an name I would have put in that a few years back. But I don't know. Anyway.
We'll see.
Haaland 5.
Yeah, Haaland 5.
Again, close. I have Bellingham high.
Yeah.
Spoiler. But I was close to putting him up just because of the start of this season. Like, I think there's so many clips now on the channel now about it because I've kept talking about how good City and how good he's looked. That game's evolved. There's long shots now. There's
the one against on the weekend, West Ham. What? Like what?
He's backhilling balls to Rico Lewis. He's like turning into a facilitator now. Yeah. I said it on the Monday pod. He got 27 touches on the weekend.
Yeah,
that's like 5 times the amount for early Haaland's expectation. Like he's involved. He's able to receive balls and help it onto Bernardo Silva. He's setting up Rico Lewis. He's surrounded by good players around him, yes, but I think he's lifted his game to another level as well. I think
100%.
This season we could be seeing a dangerous feeling of Erling Haaland. Yeah. I think it could be better than season 1.
Could be, yeah. It genuinely could be. He was my number 5. He's just an incredible footballer. I think now I would have him as the number 1 striker in the world over Kane. I just think the numbers, the goals, people can say his link-up play, it may not be the greatest, and look, it's not sensational, but it's good. It is just good.
That's a job.
Like we've seen it in big games. I think the United one that was 6-3, I think he got 3 assists, 2 assists. Like he still can provide for teammates. It's just that he's so good at goal scoring. We just go, he's got to be average at something. But he's incredible. He's got every finish in the locker: chip, near post, far post, bang it, and keeper can just stand there and go, "Wow, that was next to my glove, but I didn't even see it." So
it was so powerful. Areola sat on the bench the rest of the game.
Yeah, that was a joke, man. That was incredible. So
he's got a flying karate kick in his game as well. So he's next level. He's next level.
Incredible.
My 4's Bellingham. Sort of said to that.
Okay, yeah.
So I think last year was ridiculous. Best player on the planet probably last season. Big time goals, clutch goals, and just owned that Real aura, to be honest. That for me goes a long way because I loved him at Dortmund, but never thought, as you said, it'd be this type of player.
Good,
he can just carry a team on his back. He was the one at the start of last season carrying Real Madrid on his back until Vinny got up to speed. He was really that guy, soloing that team all alone for Real, and they need someone like that again this season, looks like. Yeah, so fair play. And England as well. Probably didn't see the best of him because of Southgate ball, but he's fucking impressive.
Incredible, wasn't he? Yeah. Fair enough. My number 4, I assume you will have this guy, Kevin De Bruyne.
God, I forgot.
You don't know?
I knew I forgot someone. I knew I forgot somebody.
Kevin De Bruyne, number 4. I had him originally around sort of the 6th, 7th, 8th because of the injury last year. And we didn't see too much of him. But I thought, it's Kevin De Bruyne, man. Like, this guy is probably surpassed your Gerrards and your Lampards in terms of, as a midfielder, what you can do. His passing is a joke. I mean, the one thing that just has stuck with me is the game Newcastle last year. Comes on, back from injury, and scores like the most peaceful goal I think I've ever seen. Just passes it into the side net. And then that ball of Rico Lewis is just... Oscar Bob. Is just incredible. So he's been incredible for years. Performs in big games, and I absolutely love him. So
Florian Wirtz chat doesn't look really good in me. What is it? All right, my number 3. Kylian Mbappé is my number 3. Yeah, I know a lot of people rate him. I still don't reckon he's good as these two players above him. He's still nuts, crazy for his national team. Did it in Ligue 1.
Yeah,
can do in La Liga. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's got 2 goals. Got gifted 2 on the weekend. I don't know like that.
He did.
One got set up on a plate from the assist, and Vinny should have taken the penalty. The other one, but he's been good. Can he win it this year with the Real Madrid? I still reckon in that team he's, for me, the second or third best player. But that's just me.
Yeah, no, that's
no, absolutely love Mbappe, but I think there's someone like a Haaland. I think has a higher ability to. Like, Haaland could get better for me. I feel like we've seen the best of Mbappe.
Yeah.
What else can he put? What else? He's good finisher, not as good as Haaland though. But he's got the pace, that real blistering pace.
Yeah.
Separates him. But if he starts slowing down, if he gets a few knocks in a tougher league like La Liga, I wonder if it changes the way he plays his football. Yeah. That's all I'm wondering. He's number 3 for me.
My number 3 is Vinicius Jr.
Okay.
I've got number 3. Look, Vinny's unbelievable. He's probably the Ballon d'Or winner. Maybe the Ballon d'Or winner. I don't know. It's probably between him and Rodri, right? You'd assume for the Ballon d'Or. But he was unbelievable last year. I mean, his goals, his assists, scored in big moments. His dribbling is top notch, like what I mentioned earlier. Love watching.
Love like these guys. Yeah.
We saw it last year, like him and Bellingham linking up. I think the game against Girona, like his through ball to Bellingham and his goal from like 40 yards. So, yeah, absolutely love him. Absolutely love him. But just my top 2 just on the big stage, like the World Cups and the Euro. I just can't be replaced for me.
Yeah, well, I have Vinny too.
Yeah,
I have Vinny too. I love Vinny. I love Vinny. And yes, that's a shot I need to get this season. The Vinny shirt for me. And that's a fair point actually. On the international stage, he really struggles for Brazil. But I think Brazil was just a really bad team.
It's just one of those.
I think they're just not a good national team. But I think back to that Bayern game, towards the end of last season, watching those Champions League nights, and I just thought, who else? Like who else for these big moments other than for Vinny? And again, he didn't start the season off well, but still got some numbers, some assists and the like. But I feel like that the Carabao Cup equivalent in Spain, that like Super Cup they played for, that the turning point was when they flew over there for that semi and that final, and then came back to La Liga. And I think best player on the planet since that point in time. And I think he's Ballon d'Or winner for me. I think he.
You'd have Vinny as your Ballon d'Or.
Maybe not walks it, but I think he's a fair chunk clear of Rodri.
Well, the Don said it, so like.
And if the Don says what Don says, Don goes. Yeah. And that's the thing, right? Like Hosselu, love the guy. But he's not quite the centre forward that Real Madrid probably had. But then the goals fall on to a player like Vinny, especially with how Bellingham got sore. He saw the shoulder strap until the end of the season.
Yeah.
As the games got tight in the Champions League, it took Vinny moments to get them over the line. And I think on a given night to make a difference in a game, I pick Vinny over Mbappe. I pick Vinny over like Salah. Like right now, I'm saying that's why I've got him so high. I love to watch him. I think he's unstoppable.
Yeah, he's good to watch.
When he can start getting assists now that he has with other great players around him up top. Yeah, good luck stopping this guy.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. My number 2 is obviously Mbappe. I know it was a while ago, but that World Cup for me I've mentioned it so often, it just sticks out because he just put that team on his back because they were shocking for 80 minutes and he just went, nah, we're not losing this. We're going to have a chance in this, and he was just incredible. His performances for PSG have been ridiculous. I know it's the Ligue 1, but, we're going to get on to Greenwood in a minute and talk about how good he's been. And Mbappe was, incredible in Ligue 1. And I know it's been a slow start in La Liga, but with these 2 goals, I'm sure it'll turn around now. And he does. It's slowly looking better. I feel like he's starting to get a little bit more involved with his teammates rather than just himself. So, yeah, I just think he's unbelievable. So
it means number 1, the great Rodri. Which is funny. So who do you have Rodri for Ballon d'Or then?
I've got Rodri for Ballon d'Or.
Okay. See, I have Rodri for I have Vinny for Ballon d'Or. I think Rodri's still the best player in the world. If you know what I just think.
I mean, he won everything. He was
lost one game.
The best. He was best or second best player for City. He was the best player for Spain, or second best or third best with Nico and Yamal. To be honest, but yeah, I mean, what doesn't the guy do? He scores goals. He's clutch. Performs in big games. Like, I mean, he's got everything in a footballer, let alone a DM. Like, The guy's a DM, and he's completely revolutionised that position, I think.
I don't know what to say. I've said so much things about this. I can't put into words.
Everyone knows, like, it's Rodri.
He's just winning and Rodri are like the best combination.
And he's not even old. He's like 28. It's like...
It can get better.
Where does he rank in terms of all-time Premier League sixes? Would you have him top 3? Would you have him as the best?
That's the thing. It's funny because he's not. For me, he doesn't feel like a 6. It doesn't feel like an SEN or like a or like not an Emmanuel, but like that sort of Matic type. That I just win the ball. I can't really put him into. He's not a character.
Like a Fernandinho or something. Like a Conte.
He's like his own. He's his own repertoire. Like he'd probably be the best because he does everything. But I would still rather like an SEN or like a.
Like an actual destroyer.
Yeah, just like someone like a Xabi Alonso at Liverpool, like something like that. I'd love that. But at the end of the day, you can't not say no to Rodri. You're not going to roll your eyes up at Rodri, who gives you goals, assists in big games. You win your games, and when he's not there, your team loses games. That says it all.
This is the first time under Pep where they've actually looked good without him. Rodri, and how long has he been there for? Like, it's taken Pep fucking 5-6 years
to work it out.
To play without this guy, so... I think that's all that needs to be said.
That's all your props you can give the guy. Yeah. With time running thin, we'll just talk Barcelona 170 versus Valladolid. They're killing it. Hansi Flick ball.
Killing it.
Lewandowski's back a lot. Yamal's cooking, and Rafinha's good.
They all look incredible. Even defensively, they look great.
Kunde's back, and they haven't got Araujo back in the side yet, so they're looking very good. And Girona beat Sevilla 2-0 to make Sevilla start even worse. But Girona back. Girona doing some good things. Good signings.
Yeah. The fact that they got Dan Juma
I don't get that.
Incredible.
I don't get that. And Brian Hill is like back to his best.
He's back to his best. Yep.
It's a
Michelle's
and Gutierrez from left back was fantastic in this game. There was a real emphasis when he had the ball. It looked really, really dangerous for that side. So they already
they look great.
And that striker replacement for Dovbyk, he isn't the same sort of. He's going to give you a million goals, but he fills the space really nicely. He's still for the presence of the striker there. Yeah. And got a good goal from the pen, so it gives him some confidence. So I'll tell you what,
I love what they're doing, man.
Girona might be back. And the other team I was probably most worried about, they're probably the team I'm least worried about from last season now. Like Bologna are struggling.
That's the thing. I just had a feeling. I love Michelle as a coach. Good coaching can get you out of anything.
Too good of a coach.
I'm
realising he's way too good for this.
They have another good season. I mean, you got to look at maybe a Man. I mean, I think Man United is his.
I'm going to make a video about this. Because I don't want to get rid of Ten Hag, but I had a dream. I literally had a dream about how I rebuild Manchester United. It involves Andoni Iraola or Michelle. So that'll be a video coming out at some point soon. If I was Dan Ashford, how I rebuild Man United. Because
I think Michelle has been the conversation.
Or I said Andoni Iraola. These Spanish managers, they coach. They manage.
Yeah.
And I think it's about time United had a coach. Because Liverpool got a coach.
We got a coach.
Arne Slot's a coach. And if the players aren't egos, they'll just listen, they'll learn, they'll adapt. And if they're not going to listen and learn that, you can axe them the hell out of the club. So I think Michelle needs a big club at some point. What if Xabi Alonso doesn't go to Real and then he goes to bloody Real? Is he capable of something like that? It's like, that's, I'm thinking
he'd be more sort of like trustworthy in a way because he knows the league.
Yeah.
He's been successful in the league.
Yeah.
I think if they can get top 6 and have a good run in the Champions League, which will still be difficult.
They can make that the round of 32, but that two-legged qualifier.
Yeah, I think
that's a win for that football club.
100%. It's probably a win anyway. Because they look good, man. They look very good. Well.
I don't think they'll be as clinical. Like, I'm not clinical. They won't be as sharp in the final. They won't score as many goals because you don't have Savio, you don't have Dovbyk.
As expected.
But in terms of everywhere else, it feels like the exact same team.
I love it, yeah. Absolutely love it.
It's bloody good. It's bloody good.
Absolutely.
And we'll finish off on our buddy Mason Greenwood, who is making this league look like a farmers league.
Genuinely
16-minute goal, 81 seconds. He doubled his account and should have had a hat-trick. He somehow missed.
Yeah, he had a couple, didn't he?
At the back post. I don't know what he did there. Another fantastically awful own goal. And then also the keeper did some weird shit. Really came out to the halfway line.
We're praising him and then he
had a stinker.
Again, goalkeepers just in a world of their own.
They're crazy people, goalkeepers. But another massive win for Marseille.
Yeah, big.
Greenwood now has 5 goals and 1 assist. So 6 goal contributions. Puts him up there alongside the likes of Haaland, Salah, Diaz. The big names, the people who are talking about world football right now as the best players in the world.
Yeah.
And he's doing it. So, yes, there's a baggage that comes with him, but a baggage that Barcelona
he can still get a move to a big club, right?
I think Barcelona would have a punt on that.
Yeah.
They're already screwed.
I think at the end of this year, I think there's going to be huge offers.
I doubt he stays in Ligue 1.
But I mean, we both had Marseille winning the thing, and
yeah.
PSG do look good. I'll give them that.
They're bloody good. They're bloody good.
But this Marseille team doesn't have Champions League. They got nothing besides the cup, the domestic cup.
One game a week for the rest of the year.
I mean, that first goal from Greenwood is just that finish is just a joke, man.
That's what, as United fans, we were expecting. Like, it's just that he drills the ball across goal, left foot, right foot, by the way, either foot you want to do it. When he drills the ball across goal like that.
He's the type of player that I think if he was playing for United, I think it would change the whole landscape of it. To be honest, I think it would have like the Salah when he went to Liverpool effect. It just you wouldn't expect it.
Yeah,
maybe you'd expect it from Greenwood because of the talent he had. But I mean, he is. He's a serious footballer.
He's given early 2000s footballer. Just finishes chances. He doesn't muck about. No missing big ones here. So, fantastic stuff.
If teams are going to leave him 1v1, then good luck.
I don't know why the league, all the teams just sit back. Do what they do with Turreal. Just sit with like 10 behind him.
You got to double him. Yeah. You got to double him because he can use both feet.
Yeah,
he can score in any way. So.
And he's one of the few players that when he does step overs, you actually don't know where he's going to go.
You know,
like he does these step overs that look so slow.
Is he left-footed? He's left-footed. Or right
footed? Yeah, left.
He is left-footed. Because
he is
left?
Because me and Antonio always joke about his foot. Wait. I think, no, he's...
Because
Oh, gee.
He is left? Because even his right foot is a joke, so... I'm pretty sure he is left-footed. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, my God.
Because I know some bangers he scored with both.
On Transfermarkt, it says foot both.
Does it actually?
Yeah, genuinely. Fucking
it's like Dembele. What do you take pens with? My left.
Right.
What do you shoot
Greenwood
with?
Always take penalties with his right foot after missing a spot. So he's a left footer, but he's a left footer, but he takes penalties right footed. Yeah. That's ridiculous. Okay. Imagine taking the penalty with the opposite foot. I don't know.
He's a watch in terms of how. What are we saying for goals and assists? What numbers are we saying?
So we're saying 5 now after 3 games.
25.
Yeah, that's weird. I mean, I've been really crazy some of the numbers I've thrown out this week. So yeah, let's go 25. Let's go 25 and 8.
25 and 8, I like that.
He's already got 1 assist. Should have more.
When's top 10 right wingers? He'll be probably.
That's a funny list because because where do you put like you got Yamal, you got him.
Oh, Yamal might be fucking number 1 or 2.
It feels weird putting an 17 or number 1.
Right, it's valid. The goals at the Euros and just his performances, and now at Barca, like. How old is this kid? 18?
He's just an 18.
He's just an 18. Fucking hell.
Fair play.
Jesus Christ.
I was doing ATAR exams at 18. That's all right.
Yeah, me as well, man. Yeah.
Hey, it's all good. We're sitting here at 21. It's all good.
It's quite depressing when you think of it, actually. But fair play to the lad, you know.
That's it. That's the week's done. Massive week. Next week, hopefully a little bit less. We have a bit more of a casual chat for once. It's been a while since we just sat at a waffle.
Some fun lists or something.
Yeah, some fun lists in there. We might, as I said, should have 4 of us. I don't know with times and stuff, but it could be a few of us. It could be one of those off-season might be a few, just a combined 3 of us. So there'll be more to come next week, a bit more relaxed. We'll definitely talk about the championship a little bit next. I'll have to remember to put that in the note sheet. And then we'll be back again the week following, and that will be back to normal, back to
love it,
smashing things out as we always
do. Back to it.
Head down and keep grinding, baby. Start the season loving it. Thanks for jumping on, mate. 5 stars, Spotify, 5-star podcast. Like, comment, and please subscribe on YouTube. Again, close. I think we're about 50 away now from 1K.
Come on.
Looking for those 4 digits, baby. Looking for the 4 digits.
It's not hard.
And then from there we go 10K. Okay, that's just.
From there we go to
one day I'm gonna wake up. It's just gonna be bang there. Some praying for it.
Yeah, we need that one time where you like put a video out or something.
I went on a plane and I landed, and that was like 100.
Yeah, it went up a shit ton. Yeah. So we need that again.
We need that again,
please.
I need to wake up or come off a plane to messages.
Help them like 2 a.m. nights editing. Like
help those.
Come on.
Help those live streams between my club get battered 3-0 at 1 a.m. in the morning. Help me do. Oh, I'm not over it. I'm still not over it.
I can tell.
I'm struggling.
But this is what Wednesday's for. This
is about debriefing.
Talk about
Milan, other shit.
Yeah.
Have you got other clubs rather than your own club? You feel better. Just deflect the anger somewhere else. Obviously, guys, have a good one. We'll see you guys, as I said, next week. Until next time, guys. See you later.